Okay guys, so welcome to lesson 4 of this differentiation. Okay, we are still on the differentiation, so if you're just joining up for the first time, do it to subscribe, like, also turn the notification button in case we have a benefit like this. Definitely be the first to notify, and also share with your friends. So this is lesson 4, and this lesson 4 we'll be discussing about the quotient rules. Okay, we discussed about quotient rules. So yeah, in the previous class we discussed about product rules, and this particular class, this is lesson 4. I'll be discussing about quotient rules. Now you're going to be learning how to solve quotient rules. You're going to be learning the general form of quotient rules and how to solve question and any quotient rule. So let's dive to it. I think by now you should have a lesson note with you, your writing material, and listening and testing today's class. So if you have any question, you can let me know in the comment section. Now let's go how to solve question, how to identify and how to solve question on this quotient rule. Now in a quotient rule is only have in the general form. It's we have a general expression for this quotient rule. For example, if a function is given as y, okay, you have a mathematical expression. Okay, let's say that, let me say as mathematical expression, or if a expression is given as y is equal to, we have you have u over v, that is the quotient is mean division. If you have a function like this, okay, and the question asks you to differentiate this, okay, to differentiate this respect to differentiate y, okay. Quotient say we should differentiate y. In order to differentiate this, it's quite very simple. To differentiate this y respect to u, it's quite very simple. Now the mathematical expression, when you are given this question to differentiate this, to differentiate it, let's follow the rules of division of quotient rule. Now to differentiate this one respect to y, it will be equal to the other representation, that's what to find the y, the s of it. This y is equal to this, y is equal to u over v. So therefore this one will be equal to, you have d, okay, this d is multiplied by what, we have y here, and y is equal to this, that is what, on bracket, that is u over v, and we close bracket, and we differentiate respect to what, respect to s. Now this question, this expression we have here in this quotient rule, it means that you for the first differentiate this one, you leave different constant v, you leave a constant, okay, and differentiate this one respect this here. I use the numerator here, the denominator. You know, you have two parts here. We have the numerator and we have the denominator. I get down. We have the numerator, we have the denominator here. You for the first leave this one denominator, you leave it constant, and differentiate was u respect to what, s. So that means that we have it as what, at v we have constant, and differentiate this was this u respect to s. So that was the y, okay, the u rather the s, minus, now you not leave what, u constant, we leave u constant, so u will be constant, and differentiate this word v respect to s, that's what dv over ds. Everything divided by v squared, that's the denominator, it will be square of this numerator. That is the quotient rule. Let me explain it again, that's for you guys to get this very well. Now if you're given a quotient rule here, you first of all differentiate the expression to be equal to this. We'll break it down to find the dy ds of this given question. We have the y here, this is y is equal to u over v, that is why I write u over v here. And now if you want to differentiate this, you first of all leave, you have two parts here, you have the numerator and we have the denominator. You first of all leave this denominator constant and differentiate this word u respect to s, that's why v I leave it constant. Notice our denominator we have constant, and our differentiate this u respect to what, s, minus, because quotient is minus, product that time it is plus, by this quotient is minus, you leave what, the numerator constant, that is what, u, and differentiate this v respect to s. That is what I have arrived it at this point. Now everything divided by the numerator, square of this one numerator, that is square of v. So that is general expression of quotient function, quotient rule. That is general expression of quotient rule. So whenever you give a question like this, this is what you should follow. Now let's take an example for better understanding. So with the textbook I'm using here, that is example, okay, that is example, okay, we have the example that is example 27.10. And the question says we find what? Okay, we want to find the differentiation. So to find the differentiate. I hope you can see my writing very well. To find this differentiation of, okay, we give it the function that is y is equal to we have s squared. Okay, sorry, this one is not square. Let me try to break it back. So we have s, okay, this minus here. Okay, you have s plus sy divided by, and we have s squared, okay, plus 1. So we're told to differentiate this, find the differentiation of this expression, this function. Now, how do I attempt to solve it? It's quite very simple. So let's look at it step by step to solve it. Let me create a space for us to solve. Okay, now let's look at the solution to it. You have the solution. Okay, now to solve this question now, which if you look at it now, this with the general expression we have here, that is y is equal to u over v. That means that it looks like this expression. This one, if you just want to apply this quotient to I explain here, you want to use it to solve this. You just call that our this one v u here represents as the numerator here, and this v here u here represents as numerator here. This v here represents as our denominator here. So you can therefore say our u, let our u to be equal to numerator here, that is s plus 1, and come on, and let your v to be equal to the numerator here, because v is the numerator and the numerator here is equal to what? That is s squared plus 1. Now you can say therefore, this question now becomes that is y is equal to that u over v. Sorry, we have v, u over v. Again, now you can apply the what? This expression now. Okay, it means that you first of all leave v constant. That means that we leave this one constant. Okay, you want to differentiate it now, you mean that we leave what? This v constant. That's what we have here, v constant. That means that our v is equal to, that is our s squared plus 1. You leave it constant, and we will differentiate. Okay, let me put it in the bracket, and we differentiate what? U respect to s. Now, if let's differentiate u respect to s, so let's differentiate this our the u respect to s. So if we differentiate u respect to s, okay, let me try to break it down here. So let me say that I have a reverse sketch here. Let me just write it out here. So let's differentiate this. Since our u is equal to what? S plus 1. We have s plus 1. Now I want to differentiate this respect to what? S. Let's put the what? The u or the s. Now the u ds of this to be equal to, now we will differentiate this one s. We got the value of s here because 1 here is the coefficient of the index of s here is what? Is 1. The index of s here is 1. So 1 times s here, that gives us as s. I get that. Now you don't subtract 1 from this s. That is what? 1 minus 1, we have 0 here. So when you differentiate this will be equal to what? 1. It will be equal to 1. Now why this one is a constant, so this one is to be constant. Okay, because the differentiation number, this one doesn't have any variable s, so it's a constant, and constant is equal to 0. So don't need to write 0 plus 0 here. So that means that when you differentiate to u respect to s, the answer is equal to 1. So therefore this one is multiplied by, because this v we are making a constant and the u ds is equal to what? 1. So let's just multiply by what? Multiply by 1. This one is multiplication by 1. Now we have what? Minus. Now we take u constant, so u to be constant, that is what? That is s. Okay, s plus 1. I have to put this one in brackets. Okay, because this sign also, take note of this sign, is to affect the brackets. That's very, very important. Now we have leave this our u constant, and this u is equal to this, and let's differentiate our v. So let's say that, let me try to rule this one out. Okay, let me bring this one back here. Now, so since our v is equal to, we have s squared plus 1. So let's differentiate it on the v over the what? The s. So let's differentiate what? V respect to s now. So if you differentiate this one, that is s here, that is 2, the index here multiplied by the base here, that is 2. We have s. Okay, when you subtract 1 from this place, that is 2. That is 2 minus 1. That is equal to what? 1. So that means that s is power 1 here. Now this is a constant that becomes 0. Now when you differentiate to v respect to s is equal to what? 2s. So that means that this one is multiplied by what? 2s. I get the multiply by 2s. Now let me everything to be divided. Let me try to create a small space here. So now let's come back now. Now since we say that this one is going to do no, it's still everything is still divided by what? V square. So everything here divided by V square. And what's our V here? We have our V as what? As S square plus 1. That will be what? Everything to be what? Square. Happy I getting it now? Everything to be square. Now next thing you have to do here now, let's open the bracket we have here, denominator here, that is this times this here. So this one to be equal to that will be equal to 1 times of this one here, we have s square plus 1. 1 times s square, we have s square. 1 times 1, we have what? 1, and we have minus here. Okay, you have minus, so you have to put this one in brackets. Because this minus here, we apply the bracket, the sign inside bracket here. So let me first put in bracket and let me solve it first. That is 2s times s here, and that give us what? 2s squared. Okay, 2s times what? 1 here, that is what? Plus what? 2 s. So we close bracket. Okay, now everything divided by this one v square. So in this part you can make it what? Multiply it, right? You can just open the bracket. It means that this will multiply itself into times. Okay, now you can just expand it. So let me just let me expand it first. So if I should expand it now, that means that I have what? I have s or s square, okay, plus 1. Okay, it will be multiplied by, we have what? If you want to expand this one, that is what? S square plus 1 again, because it is twice. That is s square plus 1 multiplied by s square plus 1. That is what we mean here. Now if you open the bracket here, so we say after this bracket here, let's just do that. That is our s square plus 1, okay, minus times 2s here, you have minus what? 2 what? S, okay, s square rather. Now s square here, and we have what? Minus times what? Plus here, that gives us as minus 2 or 2s, and everything divided by now let's do the same thing to this place. So let's just open this bracket here. So if I open the bracket here, that is s square times s square, okay, because the s square times s square, that to be equal to what? S with power of 4. Okay, s with power of 4. So let me try to solve it and break it down to the extent, because with this textbook I'm using here, let's stop it at this particular point here. If it is question, maybe it is a theory and you need to further break it down, you can just expand it like this. But with this textbook, this is where they stop it. That is where they stop it. Now, because this one still has solution, let me just experiment better further to the end, to the last breakdown. Now let's just open this one, like s times s square times s square here, that gives us a s with power of what? Of 4. Okay, s times plus 1 here, that is what? S square times plus 1 here, that is a plus what? S with power of 2. Now we just want to multiply this and multiply this. Now we go to this plus 1 here, that is a plus 1 times s square, that gives us what? S square, and then we have a 1 times 1 here, that is plus what? 1. I get now. So that is this time this, we have this, and this time this, we have this. So we have expanded now. So this expansion of this one, that is this multiplied by this first place, I have this, and this multiplied by this, that is what? We have this, and we go to the second time, that is 1 times s square here, we have s square, and 1 times 1 here, let's have a 1 here. Now let's look at this numerator here. Let me try to create more space. I want to try to explain to the last part. Okay, so now if you look at this one, we have s plus, or this one I break down here, we have the question, you have s square here. So if you just take if you just collect the like hand here, we have s square, okay, here we have minus what? 2 what? S square, because s square and minus 2 s square is the same thing, because they have s square in common. And yet after it, we have what? Minus 2 what? 2s, okay, and we have plus what? 1. I get down. So everything divided by, okay, the numerator here. So if you look at it, then we have s square plus s square, that will give us 2s square. So therefore we have our s with power of 4, okay, we have plus, okay, that is 2 what? S square, because s square plus s square here will give us 2s square plus 1. Now this one now becomes here we have what? S square minus 2s, okay. S square minus 2s square, that give us what? Minus what? S square. Because of subtract this big word from this, we give us minus s square, and here we have what? Minus what? 2 what? S plus 1, and everything divided by, we have what? S with power of what? Of 4, okay, minus what? Plus, we have plus rather, that is plus what? 2s square, okay, plus 1. So this, I think with the this part, this should be the solution of this question. So this is the answer to this question. This is the last breakdown, unless you want to factorize this one back to this, okay, either you want to factorize this one back to this, or this is how you solve it, and this is step by step to solve any quotient rules. If you just follow this the rules, the general expression, so you find it easy to solve that general expression. If you understand that general expression, so everything is easy for the quotient rule. If you just follow up the general expression, everything is easy for the quotient rule. So if you have any question, you can let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. You can see this part, it is very, very important. This part is very, very important. Try to study and master the general form of the quotient rule. Once you know it, everything it is very, very easy. Now let's move to the next class. So if you like this class, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Let's meet in the next class. Thank you for today.